I love this. The kids are going to love this, aren't they? All the lads are betting me as well. When you get it tattooed, right? I thought for next season. Yeah.
Weird. And obviously they thought I was joking.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking, this is a strange way to start an episode. It's currently mid-September. Following the sudden passing of the Queen, and due to delayed games plus an odd number of teams in the league, it means a footballer's fortnight looms over the mighty D. Here's Ryan to add a little more context on how he found himself in a tattoo shop.
I got the tattoo because last season when we were obviously in the cup final, and we were sort of laughing and joking going in. It's a bit of a big deal for us, and for me and George to be here for over a decade, and the work that goes in behind the scenes. It's become like a massive part of our lives, especially mine, you know, as my wife would definitely tell you. So Jason sort of laughed about it and mentioned it and said, oh, you're going to get it tattooed on your leg if we win. And I sort of laughed it off and thought nothing of it, and then when we won the cup final, and we got the chance to sort of jump around and celebrate and have a drink together and stuff. He brought it back up and said, you know, you should do. I think it's probably because like the likes of Ramos has had one done for the Champions League, and then Jordan Henderson's had one done for the Champions League. And listen, it was a joke, you know, we're not comparing me and the Dee Rangers winning the Sunday Chester and District Cup to winning the Champions League, but to me, and for like my life, it was a massive payoff. And I think maybe not everyone's daft enough to get a tattoo about a little trophy for Sunday League, but it's certainly not the worst tattoo I've got. But I think there's a few people that would say that the payoff of winning the trophy, it is a massive deal for the work they put in. So, you know, Custom House won the double last year. The work Denzel's put in to keep that team alive and Rids before him. I think that they'd accept that it's a bit of a big deal, maybe more so than the players quite recognise. It's my squad, you've got the likes of Liam, Gary, Adam, Dowdy, Jason. They've all won loads of medals before. Sam's won it with Dowdy at Bearsport. They've won the same trophies once before. So maybe to them it doesn't necessarily mean as much. But the squad we've built, the group of lads we've put together, the sort of relatively firm, no dickheads rule, has meant that over the years, like, we've always been always the bridesmaid, and we've been runner-up once before, perennial semi-finalists. And just to make it that extra push, it was a special day, and it was great to see all the old boys, and, you know, Bev and Wayners, and come down to watch. And I think getting that tattoo on my leg, it is a bit silly, and I know that, but at the same time it's a bit special. You know, in 20, 30 years, we may not remember all the matches and who's top goal scorer and who won what award and blah blah blah. But days like that, when you're all out together and you achieve something, they're the things that you play football for. And to have a mix of lads from Drew at 18, 19 up to Dowdy at 38, I think Dowdy's actually Drew's godfather. You know, to have that mix of players of those ages to come combine all different backgrounds, working scenarios, to combine to make a team and to achieve something together, I think it's worth remembering. And I'm thinking, when that trophy goes back and we get our name engraved on it, we might never be lucky enough to win it again. So this is sort of just my little gesture, and it started with a joke. And I think there's plenty of people that'll see it and they'll still think it's a bit of a joke, but that's fine.
While the wait for football continues, it's media day at Hull Park. We caught up with new signing Lunny as he talks to Captain Jordan about why he chose to play for the D.
How do you hear about us now?
I knew Ryan off social media. He likes to give it a lot of that about Liverpool. So I'd seen him on there, chatted to him a couple of times, and I obviously knew of Dee Rangers but I'd stopped playing football for a little bit. Realised that I wanted to give it another go. So I stuck it out there, and Ryan replied. He was the only one. So I originally planned to go to the vets, being of that age now, unfortunately.
Did I see myself on that?
Yeah, and then it was, to be honest, it's one of the better run clubs I've ever played for, and I just enjoyed it straight away. So I thought, and then the Sundays came about, and I just enjoyed being around the team really, and then sort of wanted to go back in goal. So here we are, give it another go, and yeah, to be honest, it's a really good club, and I just enjoy being involved with it, if I'm honest.
I don't know. Might have to take that early spot. Love it.
After hearing what was said about him before, that's going to be tough. He's like a bit of a legend around these parts, isn't he?
Don't tell him.
After a fortnight without football, play is set to be resumed this coming Sunday. This gives Ryan and committee man Jeff just enough time to meet up with Andrew. Andrew works part of the council and has been a key figure in the redevelopment of Hull Park, a project which has been in place way before the COVID pandemic.
So we were the first authority to have a play pitch strategy. So the good thing about strategy is it looks about where the need is, it looks structurally, it works with leagues, it works with teams and clubs, and everyone's had the opportunity to sort of feed into it. And because it's signed off as part of all of that by the Football Foundation, it means that when we go for the funding, they're funding something they've already said is a good idea. So instead of going, we think this is a good idea, we're going, well, you think this is a good idea, give us some money, and they go, all right then.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's the simple sort of thing. And this was part of, I think, the third round of sort of funding. So it was recognised it was a big site. There's quite a few ditches on here, but the thing that was obviously glaringly a problem was the changing rooms, and obviously the parking to go with that. So they've structurally redesigned it. The idea with this building is that it's more central. It's near the car parking. It's got clear views all around, so you don't get antisocial behaviour. And yeah, as I say, the Football Foundation, don't quote me on the figures, but I think they put 65% of the cost of the changing room. And they've been last week and signed off, and they're happy with sort of everything. They're delighted with it. And going forward, the principle sort of that the council has is working more and more with all of our users of all of our facilities to make sure to let people sort of self-help and sort of run things a little bit more themselves. And again, it's down to cost. We do charge quite low prices, but that does mean that it's a struggle year after year to kind of pay the bills. So more and more, you kind of go, well, we can't afford a cleaner, so if you could do the clean.
Yeah, let clubs do it, absolutely. It's our mess. It's our mess.
Yeah, and that's it. And I think it's about people, that's probably the biggest thing, is realising that it is a collaborative effort rather than you just pay, get the service delivered and then bugger off.
Yeah.
It's just a case of turning up, and being part of it. Not just turning up just to play football. It's part of that community.
Yeah, being part of the wider community as well. There's no reason that in past when we've done like coffee mornings and we've had to outsource something, a paper or something, there's no reason that can't be done here now. Yeah. We can literally say, here is this facility, we put some trestle tables outside, come down, have a brew, have a cake. Sure, 22 hairy arse blokes are just about to play football, but after that, come and get involved, walk the dog, and because when we do it for charity. It's not for us as a fundraiser. We're all right. In terms of making money for Dee Rangers, we're pretty self-sufficient. Short of needing a new kit every few years, but if we do something, it's for Clapbridge or for Older Hay or for Alzheimer's Society, and we just go, well, these are things that matter to local people. So we'll do that.
One of the houses that backs under here has got a big thing for the Hospice of the Good Shepherd.
So
that's another good one to work with. A lot of people are quite into that charity around.
It was a good friend of ours as a club. So there's another team set up called the Hospice of the Good Shepherd FC. Right. They don't have a home, so what they do is they play a lot of away games to raise money. And when we come across them, we've played them a couple of times, and then we come across them and I said, do you know what? We're all right for money. I want to sponsor you. So Dee Rangers sponsor their manager for just a small fee across the course of the season. But then we play them, and then if they're short of players, a couple of our lads are going to play for them. And we've built a really good relationship with a really good club who, over the course of a year, have made a few £1,000 for a local charity.
That's great.
And it's just like, it's more to us and my lads than just turning up on a Sunday and playing football. And that's, I think, what's kept them involved through COVID, and what's kept them coming back, and where teams have fell by the wayside over the last sort of 10 years. We've been alright, and we just keep plodding on. And one thing's for sure, every time there's a meeting, every time there's a renewal, every time something, Dee Rangers will be fine. And there's no worries about it, because since I've been in charge, the relationship with yourselves is getting better. The relationship with other teams, with the community, with the neighbours, it's getting better and better. We've done £11,000 worth of charity work, and it just all means that when we do play on the field, and people might in the past go by and go, oh, they're just noisy, whatever. They don't think that anymore. And they want to see us playing, and they want to see, and there's no fighting. We've had one red card in 10 years. We're not that type of team, so people can be proud of the lads that represent their community.
It is a big reason why I was very pleased to be working with you guys, because you do have a good reputation. And as I say, in our dealings as well, you've been great. So sometimes I do have to kind of do that strict look. We're paying you to play football, and they don't get it. And even when you tell them, they don't get it. And you have people letting off smoke bombs in changing rooms and all kinds of things, and you're like, oh, guys, just do you not realise that the damage you've caused has wiped out the entire income from the whole site for the year?
It's mental, isn't it? And it's them losing football facilities, and it's council tax going up, and it's and in the world we live in, it's like, why are you?
And that's the thing. Our football budget will never go up. It will only go down. And that's the thing. The only way to sort of span it is to get footballers to do for themselves.
And I'm well behind that. And I think when I played football for Blacon, it's self-sufficient. They at least rent Cairns Crescent on private rent. I don't know if they have it or not, but that is their facility, and you dare take the mick. And when you're at Christleton, you dare take the mick, because there's volunteers looking after it. And I just think sometimes that the council, it's like, it'll be all right. The council do it, and I'm like, but that doesn't hold true for long. You might get away with it for a year or 2 years, and people will pick up the pieces. I said, but some of the old boys tell us stories when they came here in the 80s. They used to have a fellow who'd put the nets up for them, and then he'd drive round at the end and take them down. I said, well, that's gone. So they used to provide nets and corn for us. That's gone.
We had, even in my time, we had cleaners, but it was horrendously expensive. As I say, almost like I think we worked out that it was a month of cleaning. That was the entire income for most sites. So you just, that was it.
That's just not worth it. And at the end of the day, if they were getting changed in their own house, they wouldn't just tape on the floor.
Exactly.
Shit up the showers.
You shouldn't be doing that anywhere.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. Just behave like civilised people, and it's not a problem.
That's it, and hopefully, Upton, I don't know a lot about Upton. I know they've been a club since I was a kid, so that's a good start.
Yeah. I think we've got 2 good clubs here, and I think it'll work well together as well.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Excellent. So we've got keys.
Yeah. That's it. You could move in here.
Yeah, we could move in. This is where I'll be if life kicks me out.
Yeah.
She already thinks I dedicate my whole life to football. So where have you gone? I'm staying at the changing rooms tonight.
After an insightful talk with Andy, and while Ryan still has a home to go back to, it's only right we close Hull Park for another day as match day 3 looms around the corner.
There we go, it's locked up. So we're here again, back at Hull Park for the second home game of the season. 6 weeks into the season, we're only actually into our 3rd game due to situation with the Queen, delayed games and an odd number of teams in the league. So pitch is looking great, we're ready, facilities looking good. I've got Pez going around doing all of the snagging lists for the council now. And it's good to be back playing. Last game in September. Hopefully we'll have a show so someone can put their name in for Player of the Month, which would be nice. We're taking on Tarvin. Tarvin, good side, the team that we beat in the semi-final last season, but they are currently sat top of the league, so it will be a good game. Hopefully we can get our first win back at Hull Park. That'd be nice.
Before the fortnight without football, the boys travelled away to play AFC Innovant for match day 2. A late Adam Wilson hat-trick meant the Mighty D got their first win of the new season, winning 4-3. Heading into match day 3, they sit in 9th place on 3 points, while their opponents Tarvin have won all 3 games. But after getting outgunned and outguarded by the Gunners last time on the opening day of the season, hopefully the boys can put in a better performance and stop the early Tarvin momentum. Now let's cross over to the team talk, shall we?
Right boys, okay. First game back after a bit of a break. We know the first game here against the Gunners we weren't good enough, we were missing a fair few players. But it was the attitude that we took into the game was wrong, we were letting them run all over us. These are currently sitting top of the league and they would like to do that to you as well. We know over the last couple of seasons we've sort of had them for a little bit. But in Sunday League that doesn't really mean anything. Okay, because I don't know, I can recognise half of their players now. So it is from the very beginning, it's going to be about work rate, battling for each other, working off the ball, getting back into the shape. Okay? So it starts today. Lunnies and goal, back 4 of Baker and Bell at fullbacks with Sam and Gaz centre back. Midfield 3, Liam, Max and Pez. Pez is captain today in the absence of George. And then Niall and Drew either side of Zach up front. Okay? We have got subs and we can make changes. If you blow in at any point, let me know. We don't want to take our foot off the gas. Right? But most importantly, boys, go out and enjoy it. Nice facility, nice new facility.
Might have to watch Pez, he's got a bit of club stuff on his frame. I'll look it up.
Oh, not too deep, I'm only small.
After Ryan and Dowdy's inspirational team talk, it's now time for the football. It's Dee Rangers and it's Tarvin and it's... That was rude, ref. The opening stages of this game have gone as expected so far, with both teams trying to take control of the game. But so far, no real highlights to speak of. Well, apart from this guy losing his flip-flop mid-control, much to the amusement of Ryan. Well, apart from flip-flops, after Gaz's clearance, the D have an early corner to defend. Hang on, someone's at the door. Too easy indeed. After that corner, the D find themselves 1-0 down early doors. Oh, the irony. After finding themselves 1-0 down, it's about time the boys started playing some football. Pez's nice little flick into Zach wins them a set piece just over the halfway line. But now can they take advantage of it? Someone get the Gunners on the phone quick. We don't need another horticulture related episode. Meanwhile, the boys are still pushing for that equaliser. This time Baker picks up the ball. He rides one challenge, rides another. He's gone for it. Surely not.
Oh! Oh!
That would have potentially been goal of the season. Mind you, any goal would be handy right now. After Baker's chance, the injury worries are starting to take effect with Drew having to come off for Adam. Adam is the D's main goal threat. Before the game, he hilariously got mistaken to be the manager by the ref. But his main task now is to save this game. But where is he?
He's just getting his shinies on, ref. I'll give you a shout.
It would help if he had his shin pads on. It looks like the D are going to have to take this corner without him.
Ref!
Stay to him. The manager. You're the manager. That's a level of statement. That's alright. Imagine that goalie, you know.
Frustratingly, the corner didn't even beat the first man, so Superad didn't even get a chance to have an impact there. Since Adam's arrival into the game, a series of fouls have really killed any momentum for either side. When we say fouls, the fouls like this,
There's no need.
this, or even this. 10 out of 10 for the roll at the end though. After the number 10 is finished telling Bell all about his night in Pop World, surprisingly, there's another set piece to defend, but can the boys defend this one better?
Well done, Gary. Himself to the ground,
After an Oscar-worthy performance, you'll be surprised to know that it's only a free kick just outside the box after Bell's late challenge. This gives the ref chance to tell Bell more about his and the number 10's night out after they left Pop World, but also giving Bell a yellow card in the process, before yet another set piece is taken. To continue the theme, the set piece doesn't amount to anything, so with one blast of the ref's whistle left, this ends a frustrating first half. Now please, don't mention anything else about set pieces. I give up.
Boys, listen up, eh? Hey. Other than the goal, where we switched off completely, we've done well. We're in this game, we're moving the ball around well. But what we're not doing is we're not getting the ball up front enough. We're not hitting the space early enough for Drew when he was on, and for Zach now, and for Niall. We're not hitting it early enough. So what's happening is them men are coming in to show to feet every time. And that's not the option we need. They're happy for us to play to feet. They're playing 5 across the middle and 3 at the back. They want us playing in front of them. They don't want to be turning. All right, what we're going to do, I'm going to try and change the shape a little bit to give us a bit more in the midfield. We're going to go 4-4-2, which means Kez, I want you to drop to full-back and Baker go in front of him as a winger, okay? Or the other way around, whichever you're more comfortable with. We need to try and get that in the midfield and then get the runners going. So Niall, of the 2 wingers, I want you hitting that corner flag. Just as soon as Gary's got the ball, even if he doesn't give it yet, make the run every single time. Because he'll put the ball there, doesn't mean he's going to do it 100% of the time, but someone's got to mark you if you run. Yeah? So every time you've got to hit that flag. And yeah, it's going to be hard because you're going to have to come back if you don't win it. All right?
They've got the ball though, fucking sit on that left back because they start the play from him every time.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they want. They want him in an acre of space to play the ball around. Okay?
Him and
So
that
you
number
get
7 now, that 11 and 7 are just going to hit Bell. They've literally just spoke about it for the last 5 minutes there. They're hitting him every single time.
Good luck, Bell. Okay, so that means Adam and Zach, you've got to get tight together, and one of you's got to be defending constantly. All right, being that option, defending constantly. If it's going to be up for the header, if the ball's coming long, just run off Adam every time. He doesn't lose many, does he? So just gamble every single time. Right?
The second ball's getting into him.
Yeah, we need to. We're
not even
slow to the second ball, never mind the first ball. Right?
Test his keeper as well, fucking hell.
Absolutely.
Built like a fucking twig.
And boys, you've got to be loud. You've got to want it. They're the only team talking. Okay? The only team talking they are. So we need to get out there, shout and scream. They shouted for a yellow card and got one. So just shout and scream, talk shit to each other for a bit. All right, let's just go and own it for a little while. 10, 15 minutes of confidence, moving the ball around, talking to each other, and it'll come. All right?
After a much-needed team talk, hopefully the boys can build some momentum and find a much-needed equaliser. However, the first chance of the half falls to Tarvin, with their effort just hitting the side netting. With a throw into Tarvin's half, can the lads create a good enough chance to try and unlock this Tarvin defence? Baker's ball in the box. It's met by Leon.
Well done, Leon! Yeah, Leon got that. No.
Just the goal the boys needed, but now can the boys kick on and grab a much needed second goal? Oh, Max.
Have a word, ref!
Have a word with it! Get him off the pitch! Get him off of that! That was fucking awful.
What about the afters as well, ref? Works both ways. Yeah, it was a bad tackle, but he didn't react either.
After Max's challenge, the ref shows him a straight red card, leaving the lads down to 10 men.
Well done, yeah. Well done. I'm not arguing with it, Todd.
On a more serious note, that's the D's second red card in 10 years. But on another note, Todd and Dowdy are still probably arguing to this day. Since the red card, the D have been camped in their half with Tarvin firmly in control. Their only chance is to possibly hit them on the counter.
Lonnie, what are you doing? Just fucking spread it, son. What are you doing? I think he's Allison. Get it down, get it down! Oh, for fuck's sake. Get the fucking ball. Boys, hey, that comes from us being stupid. What are we doing?
Less Allison, more Monk off Mean Machine.
Boys, we're being silly with the ball, making very strange choices. We've got to work harder.
After shooting themselves in the foot, things could go from bad to worse, with Tarvin's efforts superbly cleared off the line by Gaz after Lunny got a hand.
Lunny, Gary, well done!
However, with Tarvin now 2-1 up, it's down to the lads to try and break them down again and grab this game by the balls. In more painful news, the set pieces have returned and the clock is ticking down quickly. Can the lads find another chance to draw this game?
Oh, lucky!
Ah, bollocks. That could have well been the golden chance. Hang on, Liam's just been clattered and the D have another chance to lump in the box. Hopefully Pez can put a good delivery in. Well, when the Tarvin centre forward is happy about where the ball is placed.
Oh, straight as an arrow,
After Pez's ball failed to find a hoop shirt, the ball trundled out for a throw in the exact same place they got their equaliser from. Surely lightning can't strike twice, can it? To be honest, I haven't got anything to say for the rest of this clip, so I'm going to let Ryan do it for me. Miraculously, Tarvin's Pickford sprung to life shortly after. That being said, you've got to admire their creativity when it comes to time wasting. Even their spectators are getting in on the act now.
Oh, lucky. That nearly turned into a great ball. Even the woman on the sideline's time wasting. You see a lot of them left their legs then. That's heavy, that.
A heavy one indeed, Rye. We're in the last few seconds of the game now, and with Tarvin in possession of the ball, it's only going one place.
Hard on to take that.
Definitely a game the boys will look back on at the end of the season as a frustrating one. But it's only match day 3, so plenty of time to gain more points this season. But for now, it's time to head to the pub to drown their sorrows till next Sunday.
See you, Baker. Wonders never cease, eh? All 5 match balls back in the boot. Next thing, we might actually win a game. All right, we will. Sing a lot. Shut it down.
It's not got any steps either. You're filming us putting the nets.
I hope you.
Filming us try.